Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be showing you my top 10 favorite book covers of 2017. I really love doing this video every year because I love book covers and I love pretty books. These are all books that came out within the year of 2017, so they're all going to be like a little bit newer. These are just some of my favorites. So the first one on my list is Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. This is not only like one of the prettiest books of the year, both inside and out, but also it was like the prettiest sampler that I've ever seen in my life. So this is a textured cover and everything on here is raised, and I love this little copper fox, but I love all four of like the icons. I think that the blue thorns look so beautiful against this black background, and just having the copper topography really pops, and it's just, in my opinion, like one of the most aesthetically pleasing books of the year by far. And then on top of that, it's even beautiful beneath the cover too, so that's like an added plus for this one. Number 2 on my list is The Dollmaker of Krakow, which is a book that I don't currently own, but it is on its way en route to me from Barnes & Noble, so I hope that I get it very soon. I largely purchased this because of the cover. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I love this art style, and I love that it's been seen on a couple of covers recently this year. It kind of reminds me of The Muse by the author of The Miniaturist that is escaping my mind at the moment. It might be Jessie Burton, as well as the covers of Wicked Like a Wildfire and the UK cover of The Bear and the Nightingale. This one particularly just, I think, is really exceptionally beautiful. I love that there's this doll, and then you have a whole scene going on beneath in the silhouette of her dress. There's a palace, there's 2 tanks, so it gives you the impression of taking place during a time of war. And then I also just love the contrast of seasons on this cover. So the top half looks very springy and there's lots of florals and greenery, and then the bottom half, where the palace and the tanks are, is just covered in snow, so it's like spring and winter right next to each other. Number 3 on my list is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I love the like bright metallic sunburst in the middle. I think it's a really pretty focal point, and it really pops against the navy blue background. And then I also just love the red swirly designs and the way that the topography is intertwined with the starburst. I think it's really gorgeous. And then I also love that it kind of gives you the impression that the book has like a galaxy-like cover. It looks like the night sky because it's navy blue, but it is flecked with like little white spots. Number 4 on my list is A Conjuring of Light by Victoria Schwab. I love the way that this looks. This whole series is just gorgeous, so it's no surprised that the third one ended up on here. I'm pretty sure that the second one was in my video last year and the first one was in my video the year before that. I love that we have this throne right here in the middle, and I also I just love using the black, white, and red color scheme. I think it's really striking, and it's a very like classic color combination, so it really draws your eye to it. But I love that we have like the map of London going on both of these sides. Then we have the crown floating above the throne over there, and we have this person sitting on the throne that looks very deep in thought, probably trying to figure out what to do in order to come out of everything alive that's going on. I also like the way that the color scheme is even used within the topography. So you have the A and the of both in red in A Conjuring of Light. The periods in V.E. Schwab are also red, and then the taglines as well. I just feel like it really reflects what's inside the book as well as being beautiful. Number 5 on my list is Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This is the third and final book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series. I normally do not like models on covers, but for this series it just works so well. I think that the whole color palette and the whole aesthetic is just perfect, and it really reflects Lara Jean, who's the main character of this book. This one, she's kind of sitting at her desk and her vanity, and I love this tulle skirt that she's wearing. I think it is so pretty, and she has this little Crosley record player here with a pink vinyl on it, these really adorable pink patent shoes. All of the neutral tones look really good together, but then it has these like little pastel kind of pops of like 70s color, like with these florals and even just her hairbrush. It's also continued around the back, so she has like a map going on back there. But I also particularly love this edition, which is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, because on the inside you actually get a clearer view of Lara Jean sitting there in her room, and it looks like she's getting ready to go to some type of dance. Number 6 on my list is Amberlou by Laura Elena Donnelly. I have not yet read this one, but I really love the look of it. I know that this takes place in the 20s, so it has a historical element to it, and it's really like an older, more vintage art style, which I think is perfect. There's this girl here who is, I think, the main character. You've got like the old vintage style microphone, and then you have all these flames coming up, but then at the bottom there's all of these hands, but they are drawn in a way that gives you the impression that they're like part of the flames, and I just think that it's really striking. Again, it has the same like red, white, and it also has orange and black as a color palette. I think when illustrators stick to a smaller sample of colors, things end up tying together very well, because I'm sure that it's a challenge, but you only have a limited color palette to work with, so it just like coordinates really well. Number 7 on my list is a book that a lot of people had very divisive opinions on for cover, but I really love it, and it's Warcross by Marie Lu. I personally like white covers better than darker covers, but I really like this whole rainbow grid thing that's going on here with the title of the book, Warcross. I think the rainbow is really beautiful, and also Emika Chen's hair is rainbow, so that is a nice little tie-in. This like futuristic cube just gives you the impression that it's going to be a sci-fi novel and that there is this gaming aspect to it, so I thought that that was really cool. I like that Marie's name is even done in the rainbow scheme as well, and then down here it says player, hunter, hacker, pawn, which totally drew me in. I didn't need to know anything else about it besides that, and I ended up loving this one, but that's besides the point because we're talking about how pretty the cover is. Number 8 on my list is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, but specifically the UK cover because I just think that this one is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't really like the US one very much, or I thought that it was like okay, but then I saw this one and I was like, this one just blows the other one out of the water. I love this golden moth on here, again, because it is like the gold metallic. It really contrasts against the blue really nicely, like, and then it even like shines when you kind of shake it around. I also love that this one has the blue pages. Then we have the back here and there's the moth also. This gives you like the impression of the galaxy. I for one am really excited to see the cover of the second book in this duology, and I really hope that they kind of make it an inverse of these colors. I think it's going to be amazing. Number 9 on my list is Akawar, or A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Charlie Bowater's artwork is just stunning, and I think that this dress that Feyre's wearing is incredibly gorgeous. I love that she's holding like this dagger, then we have her hand with the tattoo on it, and we all know what that means. I just think the dress is like really what makes this cover. I didn't love the color when it was announced, but I think it works really well. I think it's really pretty. I like that there's this like sheer netting over the top of the dress, so you can tell that it's like kind of like mesh and clear up there. There's also these mountains that are in the background, and really this dress is what I love most about this cover. And even the back here, there's Feyre with this Night Court crown on her head, which I cannot wait to see what the next book or what the novella cover is going to look like, because that is a bright green, and I was kind of expecting this to be a brighter green, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that one. And finally, the last book on my list is another cover that was also designed by Charlie Bowater, and that is An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. I sadly did not like this book, so I did not end up buying a physical copy for myself, although I have gone back and forth about it for a while because I love the cover so much, because it takes place in like the world of the Fae and I love fairies. But anyway, the artwork on it is just gorgeous. I love the ravens that are on it. I love the face of the main character that we have like front and center there, and the whole color palette is just beautiful because it follows her and the Autumn Prince, and it's all just like autumn colors, which is totally my thing. So I love this one so much, and I'm still, like I said, still trying to decide if I should just go and get myself a copy anyway, just because it is so pretty, even though the book was bad, but oh well. So those are my top 10 favorite covers of 2017. It was really hard to narrow down because there were a lot of other ones that I had on my list that I was like, oh, I really like this cover too, but I really wanted to keep it at 10. So let me know what some of your favorite covers were, or if you agree with my choices. And that's all that I have for this video, so I'll see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!